We're here in Utica, New York. Lo and behold, here's the whole history of everything tied to the Redskins, and you'll see why. And American history. Two-rome wampum belt symbolizes the agreement and conditions under which the Howden Sea welcomed the newcomers to this land, the Europeans, in other words, each agreeing to travel their own path without interference from the other. And this also ties to the Howden Sea, which was the Iroquois Confederation, a great law of peace, from which we get the U.S. Constitution. Furthermore, here's the turtle. Now, this is relevant to actually a lot of leftist philosophy because students for Palestine, arrange all the protests against Israel in this country, all talk about, and also these lefty groups, these communist groups, socialist groups, all refer to the United States and Canada as Turtle Island. It's an illegitimate nation. They refer to it as Turtle Island, stolen land from the natives, just like Israel, supposedly stole land from the Palestinians. That's all tied into leftist philosophy, but it's co-opted from what real Native American history. So the three sisters, if I remember correctly, are beans, corn, and squash. I call it the three sisters. The people thrive, and we see that here. And conversely, why I'm here, my girlfriend's a doctor, and she talks about how everything you needed, every nutrient the human body needs is found in rice and beans. So those are for like the Central American natives, rice and beans, and I'm sure if we looked at it, beans, corn, and squash had all the same nutrients. There was everything you needed to survive nutritionally in there. So here are the longhouses. So within their longhouses, the council fires burn brightly, and all the nations enjoy peace and prosperity. Those are the longhouses of the Six Nations of the Iroquois Confederation, okay? And there's actually a longhouse here. I talked to kind of my spiritual advisor on all this. There's Andre Bilodeau, who's a great patriot, and he's the one who wrote how the Redskins got their name, which was banned on Amazon during the whole war against the Native American, against the Redskins. So anyway, Oneida welcomed the people from across the Great Water and aid their commerce. Okay, so the Europeans arrived, okay? And they're allies, they're partners, they trade. So the Oneidas vowed to their American allies they would share the fruits of victory or be buried alongside them in the same grave. And here they are with their European, look at he's loading the gunpowder or the musket, and here they are, fighting against with the Europeans. After the war, the partners endorsed a treaty of cooperation so that each may follow their own path. And elemental to that is that the United were part of the Iroquois Confederation, the Great Law of Peace, six tribes from which we get the U.S. Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. And this is what people don't know. The Iroquois Confederation were part of the Second Continental Congress. The founding fathers all knew about the Iroquois Confederation. They wrote about it. They talked about it. Ben Franklin tried to build, what do they call it? The Albany Union, based upon the Iroquois Confederation, Great Law of Peace. And they came and sent their delegation to the Continental Congress. They spent a month at Independence Hall. They slept in Independence Hall, the Iroquois Confederation. And they left on June 11th, 1776, the day they formed the committee to write the Declaration of Independence. That's no coincidence, people. So then here, but soon the Oneida have forgotten allies. They see their lands diminished, their way of life threatened. Now, that is true. There's a lot of stuff that went on. It wasn't quite, as black and white, Europeans versus natives as it sounds, but obviously they got the short end of the stick. There is a symbol, and everything you need to know is right there. There is the wampum belt across the top. On the very top is the eagle, and we get our, which also represented the Iroquois Confederation. We get our symbol of the eagle with the quiver of arrows and all that. That comes, our national seal comes from the Iroquois Confederation. Period. We adopted that from them. Our identity. American, kind of what we call American identity today, and the identity of the Iroquois is our national identity. We are one and the same. We are not two different groups. If not for the union of European Enlightenment and the Iroquois Confederation and their political beliefs, what we know as constitutional democracy today around the world, the global government of the world that everyone either lives under Constitution or aspires to do so, would not have been possible, which created peace for the world is much more peaceful now than it's ever been. Europe was never peaceful until 1945. That kind of peace, that kind of representative government would not have existed without the union of indigenous American and European ideals meeting here in this new world, it would not have happened. And that is why kind of the left wants to tear apart, break that kind of union between, indigenous Americans and, what they consider white America today. But we're a very diverse group. We're the most diverse country in the history of the world. And so obviously through their adversity, they've overcome. Oneida culture thrives. And mostly it thrives, people, because of the United States of America, which would not have existed without the Oneida, without the Iroquois Confederation, and without the union, with these very brilliant men of European Enlightenment background, and also of very much a Christian foundation. And the gift of peace proves once again to be the foundation of prosperity. The Oneida pass this gift to their children's children, so that generations yet to come may enjoy its benefits. On this day, in this place, let the wampum record a future of peace, health, and well-being for all. We are the most peaceful, prosperity, diverse, prosperous society in the history of mankind. And that is a Oneida, that is a Iroquois contribution to our society. We are not two distinct things. We're all the same. Like we did this together. Indigenous Americans and European Americans, people from all over the world created this. And it would not have been possible anywhere else in the world. So, my kind of Native American friends, the people, all these people want the Redskins back and whatnot. They know that. They know that. They don't want to be. They're not different. We're all the same. We are the American people. That's what we are. This is us. Native Americans are us. They are wherever you're from. I'm Croatian, German, Irish. I'm everything. And Native American because those are the ideals that forged the country. I live in and believe in today. That's the whole story.